Previously on the night, power changed hands. As the city counted down and glasses were raised, something far larger was underway. Records updated. Power changed hands without ceremony. For the twins, J.A.N.E.T was their mother's life's work. Their father spent his final years protecting it. This file isn't just about power, it's about what happens when systems outlive their creators and the price of inheriting them. Like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a file. Begin asset stabilization, Ren ordered. He didn't look at the screens. He didn't need to. The system complied instantly. Assets stabilized, it read on the panel dashboard. From the outside, it appeared to be a routine end-of-year accounting ledger. From the outside, nothing had changed. There was no reason to panic. No alarms were triggered. Stabilization was not an act of control, it was an act of concealment. Tokyo stretched beneath Ren in bands of light and glass. The city reflected back at him like a second data stream, bright, constant, unreadable. The screens behind him continued their silent confirmations, but he didn't turn. He already knew what they would show. The decision was made before the numbers settled. Ren reached for the phone.
Zuri answered on the second ring. "Zuri," he said, "keep the auction in Lagos." She didn't argue. Someone tried to add a sealed item. No paperwork, no donor trail, Zuri said. Ren didn't answer immediately. "You shouldn't be worried," he replied. "You already knew," she said, almost relieved. "Yes," he replied quietly. "There's a list." Silence stretched between them. A memory, years earlier. Ren was 19 when the call came. Mandatory service, no questions asked, every record sealed. It was tradition, every male served his country, but this assignment was different. Peru. He told no one, except his father. The target was well connected, known only as the commander. Real names were never used, one of his father's rules. Names create attachment, Mr. Nakamura had said. Attachment creates hesitation. When Ren confirmed the assignment, his father handed him a small vial. The Black Widow. It wasn't a bullet, but it was shaped like one. Ren was already a skilled marksman. His father knew that, but this vial was something else entirely. That was also when his father gave him access to J.A.N.E.T's. He showed Ren how to read her. Shipping manifests that didn't match demand. Delays that repeated just often enough to stop being a coincidence. The commander wasn't a soldier, but he dressed like one. Camouflage, khaki, rank insignia borrowed rather than earned. He commanded a small private army, so the name was fitting for him. Humanitarian funds vanished without triggering suspicion. Medical supplies were rerouted until they expired. Programs failed quietly, on paper, never loudly enough to invite scrutiny. J.A.N.E.T had flagged him long before the mission, not because he was powerful, because he was careful. The plan was simple, the kind Ren trusted. A 4-seater helicopter waited on a cleared stretch of asphalt. From the compound door to extraction, 20 steps, full visibility. J.A.N.E.T had calculated every variable. Then the pattern shifted. The commander had been warned, his guards repositioned. The commander was escaping. Ren advanced early, 12 steps from extraction, when instinct told him the window was closing. He prepared to take the shot, and J.A.N.E.T stopped him. A paper trail, an intra-transfer alert. Funds had just moved into a shell hangar company on a nearby island. The commander was about to disappear completely. Then another detail surfaced. The last time the commander's flag had gone live was the night Ren's mother died, 13 years earlier. A pattern had resurfaced. Ren hesitated, confused. Then the commander faltered before reaching the helicopter. No struggle, no sound, just an autopsy that read envenomation. The cause of death was explained away in the jungle, thick with venomous snakes and spiders. Ren didn't understand it at first. Later, many years later, he did. The decision had been made before Ren arrived. The jungle wasn't a coincidence. J.A.N.E.T had predicted the outcome, but someone else knew how to read her and used her to reach the commander first. Back to present. Ren's voice was steady when he spoke again. "One of Father's lessons," he said quietly. Zuri's voice came through the line. "If it goes public, we lose J.A.N.E.T, Ren finished. A pause. "Then Lagos stays," Zuri's resolve settling in. Ren looked out at the city beyond the glass. The pattern was repeating. Only this time the commander was already gone, which meant the real question wasn't why they were being targeted. It was who was moving next, and whether they knew they were already visible.
The auction should not have been held in Lagos. Geneva would have been safer. London is more predictable. Dubai is easier to control. Zuri chose Lagos anyway. Not for symbolism, but because Lagos enforced transparency through complexity. Too many jurisdictions overlapped. Too many eyes watched at once. Too much motion for any single actor to quietly dominate the process. Months earlier, J.A.N.E.T had surfaced in the city as a pressure point, one where concealed interests revealed themselves fastest. The charity house overlooked the lagoon, its restored facade glowing softly in the evening light. Palms swayed against the water. City lights scattered across the surface like sparks. Inside, the space was elegant but with restrained. High ceilings, polished wood, and neutral tones. Regional leaders, aid partners, logistics coordinators, donors are accustomed to discretion. Everything on the auction list had been cleared, except for one late addition, a sealed lot. Anonymously donated, no supporting paperwork, innocuous and dangerous by design. Zuri noted it, but did not hesitate. She had anticipated a test. She had mastered her responses, timing, coordination, control. The evening began smoothly. Guests arrived, conversations flowed. Regional representatives compared notes on staffing shortages, supply delays, and bureaucratic gaps that had stalled progress for years. Then the first irregularity happened. A scheduled demonstration, a medical logistic equipment, was meant to illustrate faster delivery to rural clinics, failed to arrive. No warning, no explanation, only a notice, held pending clarification. Clarification of what, no one could say. Zuri felt the shift immediately. Not panic, interference. She excused herself and checked the shipping record. Everything was intact, approved months earlier, verified by multiple agencies. Still, the shipment remained in limbo. Across the world in Tokyo, Ren detected the same pattern, not through surveillance, but through data that refused to align. He acted at once. To confirm, he made 3 calls. First, a compliance officer in Geneva,
A brief exchange, a request to verify custodial authority related to the delay. The response came back clean, with an annotation. A procedural hold had been triggered earlier that afternoon. Ren logged the timestamp. Next, a legal custodian in Nairobi. Jurisdictional overlap. Authority to suspend transfers without escalation. The mechanism existed. Ren authorized it. Finally, a logistics authority in Lagos, someone who understood how to slow a process without alerting the room. Within minutes, the shipment was released. No announcement, no correction. It simply resumed its route. Back in Lagos, Zuri noticed the change. The equipment arrived without explanation, just in time to be installed before attention returned to the floor. Then came the auction list. Most items were expected to be stunning artwork, technology prototypes, and private donations. The evening unfolded as designed. Bids rose steadily, each tied to clinics that had been long neglected, each pledge a quiet redistribution of leverage rather than wealth. But the sealed lot remained the pivot. Eyes turned, unknowing. The auctioneer called for final bids. Silence settled, not empty, but focused. The room sensed it was witnessing more than charity. It was witnessing precision. Ren's voice came through the channel. "Make the bid." A fraction of a second passed. Then Zuri raised her hand. 1 million crypto dollars, she said evenly. A murmur rippled through the room. The host usually did not bid, certainly not against her own auction. Another hand rose, then another. The number climbed. Zuri waited. When the room reached its limit, she spoke again. 2 million. Silence. No one followed. The hammer fell. Final. Sold. The applause that followed was careful, deliberate, not for the item itself, but for the authority of the gesture. The host of the evening had given more than anyone present. A small price, not for charity, for inheritance. The aid arrived. The clinics received what they needed. Every pledged donation was honored, and the J.A.N.E.T. blacklist remained, sealed, anonymous, exactly where it belonged. Zuri walked the empty hall afterwards. The lagoon shimmered beneath the night sky, city lights stretching beyond the horizon. Palms whispered through the open windows. She exhaled, a quiet smile forming at the side of her mouth. The test had ended perfectly. The observers would take note that these heirs truly understand. The night had gone well. The auction had ended. Next time, there would be no rehearsal.
This file doesn't end here. Subscribe, like, and share for the next release.